Hello viewers! Today we're going to review a VPN called Octohide VPN. We currently have a premium account to demonstrate its features. First, let's take a look at the application itself. Interestingly, Octohide VPN does not have a web-based control panel. If we open the Chrome browser and search for Octohide VPN, we can find their official website. As you can see, the website is quite simple. There is no option to log into your account or access a dashboard here. They currently offer applications only for iOS, Android, and Huawei. There is no dedicated Windows application available on the site at this time. If we check the router section, it says Octohide Router, coming soon. However, there's a secret feature within their mobile application. By using this secret feature, you can actually use this VPN on Windows or a router. I will show you exactly how to do that at the very end of this video. Now, let's look at the app settings. Right at the top, you can see the account details. Once you have a subscription, your account information and status will be displayed here. Next is connection control. From here, you can select which VPN protocol you want to use. By default, it uses WireGuard, but there are two other options available as well. If you find that WireGuard isn't performing well, you can try switching to one of the other options. Next, we have the DNS settings. You can change your DNS to Cloudflare, AdGuard, Google DNS, or even set a custom DNS. It is set to auto by default. In the advanced settings, there's an option for smaller packets, which can help reduce network latency. These are the basic settings, and for most users, there's no need to change them.
Next, we have the app settings. Here, you'll see options to turn on for all or turn off for all. Yes, turn on for all and turn off for all. By using this feature, you can choose which specific apps you want to bypass through the VPN. Alternatively, if you want to bypass all apps but keep the VPN active for just one specific application, you can easily set that up here. To make things even more convenient and provide quick shortcuts, they've included these turn on for all and turn off for all options. Okay, the next option is appearance. Here you can choose between the light theme, dark theme, or simply use the default device theme, which also looks quite good. They have also included a language option. This is a feature I've rarely seen in many other VPN applications. There's an option called Redeem Token. This section is for those who already have a promotional token to use. And then we have Export WireGuard configuration. As I mentioned to you earlier, this is the feature that allows you to use the VPN on your PC or your router. You just need to download the configuration file from here. I'll show you how to connect it to a router and a PC at the very end of this video. So make sure to watch the video until the end for a better understanding. Next, there's a data collection option. You can check this section if you want to manage or analyze how diagnostic data is handled. Then there is the About section. This contains general information like the application version and application ID. It's just a standard About page. Finally, there is support. If you need to contact their support team, you can do so through here. Okay, the next tab is Locations. All the locations you might want to use are listed here. This VPN can be used for free, and you can see the available free servers right here on the list. Since we're using a VIP account, we can access the servers as a VIP user. As you can see, I am logged into a VIP account, which allows me to use all the premium VIP servers available. They offer a 14-day VIP trial account. I recommend getting this 14-day trial or premium account before making a purchase. You can use it for 14 days, and if you're satisfied with the service, you can continue. Otherwise, you can simply cancel it. I've used the India server before, but today, since it's not possible to show every single one, I'll connect to a few to demonstrate. I'm now connecting to Sao Paulo, Brazil. Okay, now let's open the speed test app and place it side by side with the VPN to check the performance.
Alright, let's set this up in split screen mode and place the apps side by side. This way it'll be much easier for us to monitor the process. Okay, let's get started. Now, let's run a speed test.
I seem to have accidentally clicked on the video tab earlier, so let's switch back to the speed test interface. Even though the VPN shows as active, the speed test is still detecting my local .internet connection. Let's run the test anyway and see what happens. To get a clearer picture of what's happening, let's verify our IP and location on hua.net. Let's see what it shows. As you can see, it's still displaying the local server information we saw earlier. Let's refresh and see if there are any changes. One thing to note, I always try to keep my videos uncut and authentic so you can see the real troubleshooting process. It's still showing .internet, meaning the VPN isn't properly routing the traffic yet. I must have made a mistake in the settings. Let's fix that. I'll turn off the connection and go to Settings, then Per App Settings. From here, I need to select Turn On for All. Enabling this will ensure the VPN works across all applications. I had previously tried to customize it manually, which is why it wasn't working correctly. Okay, let's reconnect the VPN. Now look at the speed test app. It is successfully changed to FDC servers. This confirms the VPN is now active and routing properly. Sometimes small configuration errors can prevent us from getting the best performance. I should also mention that I'm currently quite far from my Wi-Fi router, so the speeds you see here might not be fully accurate. Even though it's showing around 6 or 7 Mbps right now, I've seen it reach speeds of 10, 12 or even 15 Mbps earlier. In my opinion, the VPN's performance is quite good. The slight lag is simply due to my distance from the router. Overall, getting an average of 10 to 12 Mbps under these conditions is quite decent. Now let's try switching to a server in France to see how the speed performs there. In future videos, we'll also test this on a PC and even directly on a router by uploading the WireGuard configuration file. As you can see on the screen, the speed is hitting around 10 to 12 Mbps. Considering I'm several rooms away and behind 2 walls, I'd say these speeds are actually quite impressive.
So I have moved very close to the router now. Let's do one thing. We'll switch to another country and see what kind of speed test results we get here. I am right next to the router now, performing the speed test. Let's see what the results look like from this position. As you can see, the speed is consistent with what we saw earlier. Being near or far from the router hasn't made a significant difference. We're averaging around 10 Mbps across the board. Both download and upload are hovering around 10 Mbps, which is consistent with my previous tests. However, the upload speed here in Germany is showing a slight increase. Okay, let's explore another country. Let's switch to India and see what kind of speeds we get from there. The upload speed has improved slightly now that I'm closer to the router. Also, notice that the ping is excellent, about 92 milliseconds. That is a very good sign. This suggests that the download speed will likely stay around 10 Mbps regardless of the server, but the low latency of 92 milliseconds is a great advantage. I'll continue testing the VIP servers. Next is Japan. Let's connect and see how the speed holds up. Alright, Japan is connected. Just a reminder, you can get a 14-day trial. If you convert your free account to a trial account, you will gain access to all these VIP servers. This allows you to fully explore the application and get a clear idea of its performance, the services provided, and the overall user experience. Once you've tested it thoroughly, you can then make an informed decision on whether to subscribe or cancel. I think it's a great option that this company provides such a facility. It shows their confidence. They believe once you use it, you'll see the quality of their support. That's why they offer this testing period. And it's not just for a day or a week. They're giving you a full 14-day trial. This is a significant opportunity to test the service for free for 2 weeks. After using it for those 14 days, if you're satisfied and want to use this VPN permanently, you can make your decision then. So far, I've tested the speed for 5 or 6 different countries. From what I've observed, the download speed consistently averages around 10 Mbps. On some servers, we've seen upload speeds between 20 to 25 Mbps, and occasionally reaching 30 Mbps. Alright, let's close this and try Malaysia next. Let's see what the speed is like in Malaysia. Here we go. If we test the Malaysian server now, let's see what throughput it reaches. The results are essentially the same. We're getting consistent speeds on the Malaysian network as well. we can assume the download speed will stay between 10 to 12 Mbps, or perhaps up to 13-14 Mbps. The upload speed in Malaysia is hitting around 20 Mbps. Let's close this and scroll down a bit more to see what else is available. Switzerland. Okay, let's connect to Switzerland and check the speed. We've been recording for about 13 minutes now. Now let's move to the next step. We're going to upload a configuration directly to the router. By doing this, we can evaluate the performance and speed directly from the router itself. Let's proceed with the router upload, and after that, we'll also check the speeds on a PC. For now, I'll disconnect this session, end the pairing, and navigate to our router settings. First, let's access our router's settings. We are going to enter the router interface now, but before we proceed, we need to do something else. Let's go back to the Octohide app. Once inside Octohide, navigate to the Settings menu and scroll down a bit. For those of you who want to use the VPN this way, please pay close attention to these specific options and keep them in mind. Now, look for the Export WireGuard configuration option. From the list of locations, we will select Singapore. Click the download icon on the right side of the Singapore server. You will see several options here, such as share via QR code for mobile devices. However, for our router setup, we will directly download the configuration file. The file is now saved as Octohide_configuration 250. Now, let's return to our Cudy router's web interface. After logging in, keep in mind we are using a basic Cudy WR300 router. You can see the main dashboard. Currently, the VPN is not connected. If we check our IP on hua.net, it shows our original ISP, which is .internet in Bangladesh, along with our local IP address. To set up the VPN, go to General Settings and click on VPN. Once there, toggle the Enable switch. For the protocol, ensure WireGuard Client is selected. Now click on Browse to locate the configuration file we just downloaded. Go to your Downloads folder, select the most recent octohide.conf file and upload it. Once uploaded, click on Save and Apply. Please wait a moment while the settings are being applied. The router might take a few seconds to process this or may briefly reconnect. Now that it's applied, let's go back to the browser and refresh the page to verify the change. As you can see, it is still showing the previous network. Sometimes it takes a little time for the routing to update globally. Let's try reloading the page again. Our settings in the router are definitely correct and the file was uploaded successfully. Everything in the VPN policy and WireGuard settings looks good. Let's give it another refresh. If it still shows the old IP, don't worry, this is often due to browser caching. To get an accurate result, let's open a new incognito tab. Browsers often store old session data, and an incognito window helps us see the real-time connection status. Now let's check the speed test application to see what kind of results I'm getting. I've initiated the connection. Let's see what the speed test result is. The ping looks quite good, but the speed remains the same as what I got earlier when I used the application and after applying WireGuard on the router. As you can see, there's no update in the speed. It's exactly the same as before. Okay, let's try something else. We'll upload another configuration and see how that performs. Let's scroll down further. Let's select United States, New York, and download it. Okay, this is file number 16. Now let's head back to the Chrome browser. I'll check what is my IP address, but first let me close these incognito tabs. I'll close all tabs and groups. Okay, we're back to the previous settings. Now let's upload the file we just downloaded, number 16. I'm applying it now. Let's see if our IP changes. It's waiting for the changes to be applied. The file's being processed. Once the confirmation appears, okay, the configuration's applied. Let's open a new incognito window and check hua.net to see if it updates immediately. We set it to the United States, and there it is. It has successfully switched to the United States. Earlier, I had to refresh multiple times because the browser wasn't refreshing properly. Now let's run another speed test to see if there's any difference with the United States server. Similarly, we will also try to connect via PC using WireGuard to show you the process. A major advantage is that you can use this VPN on Android, routers, and PCs simultaneously, This is a fantastic feature because you can even share this configuration with your friends. In some cases, you can also utilize P2P networks through WireGuard on the same network. As you can see, we aren't getting a very high download speed with the United States IP we're currently using. So let's head over to the PC and see what the situation is there.
So, now we're going to download some WireGuard configuration files from Octohide VPN for our PC. First, let's download the one for France, the France configuration. Okay. Next, we'll close this, go back, and download another one. Let me scroll down a bit. Here it is, India, Mumbai. India, Mumbai is downloaded. Now let's go for one more. Okay, next is Malaysia. I won't download too many, I'll just download a few to show you how you can use them on your PC. Once you've downloaded these configuration files, you can transfer them to your PC by any method you like. So, we'll take these downloaded files to the PC now. Okay. After downloading the configuration files, the first thing you need to do on your PC is search for WireGuard on Google. From the search results, click on the WireGuard Windows client to download it. We will now download the WireGuard Windows client and then test our configuration files to see how well they perform on the PC. We have already demonstrated how smoothly these configurations work on a router. As you can see, the installer has finished downloading. Let's proceed with the installation. WireGuard is known for its excellent performance and efficiency. The installation is now complete. Next, let me show you the configuration files I've already copied into this folder. These are the Octohide configurations. I will import them one by one to test the connection. Click on Import Tunnels from File. Select the first configuration from the WireGuard folder on my desktop and then click Activate. As you can see, it is now successfully connected. Now, let's verify the connection in a browser using hua.net. At the same time, I'll open speedtest.net to check the speed. Let's complete the security verification first. As you can see on the screen, we are connected to a server in France, which matches our selected configuration. Since Octohide does not have a dedicated PC application yet, using these configurations through WireGuard is an excellent way to use it on your computer. Let's check the speed. We are getting outstanding performance. The download speed is peaking at over 350 megabits per second. This is a significant improvement over mobile, where speeds are typically limited to around 10 to 12 megabits per second. The upload speed is relatively lower, but it is still quite sufficient for most tasks. Overall, the performance is very impressive. Now, let's remove this configuration and activate another one. I'll try the Indian configuration this time. After activating it, I'll refresh both the browser and the speed test page to see the results. Now you can see our location is Mumbai, India. Let's run another speed test. The ping is excellent, around 65 milliseconds. The download speed is also very good, consistently staying above 100 megabits per second. This is a very high quality connection. Let's try one more. I'll deactivate the current one and import the Malaysian configuration. My goal is to give you a complete overview of how the Octohide VPN performs across different regions using WireGuard on a PC. After refreshing, you can see we are now connected to Malaysia. The speed test shows a download speed of around 140 to 150 megabits per second. It's clear that using WireGuard on a PC provides a much better experience and higher performance. That's all for today's video. Let us know your thoughts in the comments section below. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon for more updates. Thank you for watching. Allah Hafiz and goodbye.